I'm finally dipping my toes into the business credit card game, which means a ton of research trying to narrow down the best cards. And no, I don't have a formal registered business, and you don't need to either, because almost anyone can be a business. Do you sell on eBay or Facebook Marketplace? Do you mow lawns or have any type of side hustle? Well, you have a business. In all of these cases, you could just be a sole prop and use your existing SSN number instead of going to get your EIN number, which isn't that complicated. And if you're worrying about your credit score, don't. Because no matter how much you're charging to these cards, even if you're maxing out these cards every month, they do not get reported to personal credit bureaus. And so in no special order, the first card is the American Express Blue Business Plus card, which comes with a 15,000 point sign-up bonus when you hit the minimum spend, but has pass offers ranging as high as 60 or even 75,000 points for a higher spend, which is kind of the theme for business cards in general, where they have much higher sign-up bonuses, but also much higher spending targets to hit. Take that 75,000 offer, for example. You're gonna need to spend a whopping $15,000 to trigger it, compared to just a few thousand on some of the personal cards. But back to the Blue Business Plus, this is a no annual fee card that will get you 2 times points on all of your purchases, up to $50,000 in spend every year. Given I already have the personal platinum card, which will cover some credits and travel, and I plan to get the gold card to give me 4 times points on dining and groceries, it leaves the perfect spot for the Blue Business Plus card to give me 2 times points on anything else. And with American Express being such a valuable point currency, being flexible in getting, say, 1 cent per point when you're booking through their portal, to transferring to partners and getting upwards of 2 cents per point in those methods, it'll be a nice recharge to my stash of points. Then this card also comes with some other perks like extended warranty and purchase protection, but with lower limits compared to some of the more premium cards. So what do I think of the card? Well, if I don't get it now, I probably will get this card in the future, because with no annual fees and getting 2 times points on all of your spend, it's a card to basically keep open forever. The Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card. Now the Chase Inc. cards kind of run in parallel to the personal line of Chase cards, where you have the Chase Freedom Unlimited that gives you 1.5% back on all of your spend, whereas here on the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card, you're also getting 1.5% back on all of your spend, both of which are paid out in points, so 1.5 times points instead. But if you look closely, a major difference is in the sign-up bonus, where here you're getting $750 or 75,000 points when you hit a minimum spend of $7,500 in the first 3 months, compared to the Freedom Unlimited's $200 for $500 in spend. Yes, the return on spend percentage is higher on the Freedom Unlimited, but you're still getting way more points on the Inc. business cards, which is a major draw why people get business cards in the first place, because you unlock a whole set of other cards that you can sign up for and get welcome bonuses. Because in this case, you can double dip and get both the Inc. Unlimited and the Freedom Unlimited to get both sign-up bonuses and keep both cards open because of their $0 annual fees. And here you're also getting primary car rental insurance, travel emergency assistance, purchase protection, and extended warranties. So in a way, this card goes head to head with the American Express Blue Business Plus, because they're both base level cards that earn you points for all of your spend in their respective ecosystems. So American Express and Chase. The Chase Inc. Business Cash card. We'll go over this pretty quickly, but this is the other no annual fee Chase Inc. card that draws some parallel to the Personal Freedom Flex card in that they both have 5% back categories. But that's really it, because on the Inc. Cash, you're getting 5% or 5 times back when you're spending at office supply stores and internet, cable, and phone services, as well as 2% or 2 times back on gas stations and restaurants, along with the same $750 or 75,000 points when you hit the minimum $7,500 spend. And pretty much everything else on this card is the same as the Inc. Unlimited. Now, given I already have the Chase Freedom Flex and Chase Sapphire Preferred cards, the Inc. Cash is less ideal for me given the overlap in some categories. So it might be good for your scenario given your expenses, just not for me. The Chase Inc. Business Preferred. So judging by the name, you probably guessed that this is the business version of the Sapphire Preferred card. And you'd be right, but with a higher sign-up bonus of 100,000 points when you spend a sky-high $15,000 in the first 3 months. That is a lot of spend, and one of the big reasons why I don't already have this card. You'll also earn 3 times points up to $150,000 in spend in shipping purchases, advertising with social media and search, internet, cable and phone services, and travel. For the right person, these categories could give you a ton of points for your expenses. But for your everyday person, a big use of these categories is from the 3 times on travel, which is the same rate you'd get on the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, which costs $550 a year, when this Ink Preferred only costs you $95 a year. Similar to the personal card, you're also getting an elevated 25% bonus when you redeem points for travel through their portal, as well as the ability to transfer your points out to partners and redeem for way higher value that way. And because you can pool Chase points together, you can get all the Chase personal cards and all the Chase Ink business cards and pool all those points together for some amazing value, like transferring to World of Hyatt and getting 3-4 cents a point of value when you stay at top hotels like the Park Hyatt New York or other redemptions that I'll link up above. Speaking of travel, you'll get some coverage like trip insurance, roadside assistance, primary car rental insurance, as well as cell phone protection, purchase protection, and extended warranty. I really want to get this card to temporarily replace my Sapphire Preferred, but given the $15,000 in spend to get the sign-up bonus, now is probably not the time. The Alaska Airlines business card. Now the reason I put this card on a list is that Alaska points are one of the best airline points in the industry, with some sweet spot redemptions and great partners like Cathay Pacific and Japan Airlines. For example, you can go from the US to Asia for just 50,000 points in business or 70,000 points in first class on Cathay Pacific, a 5-star airline, which is perfect because by getting this card and hitting the $4,000 minimum spend in 90 days, you'll get 70,000 Alaska miles right away, enough for that first class flight. On top of that, every single year, you'll get their famous companion fare, letting someone fly with you for just $99 plus tax anywhere they fly. And when the annual fee for this card is just $75, this card really pays for itself. For example, if you're all the way in New York and you want to fly to Hawaii, that flight alone in a popular time could cost you over $1,100. Getting another one for just $100 saves you over $1,000 on that trip. But there's still more to the card. You'll get free checked bags for you and up to 6 guests, which can really add up unless you already have some Alaska status. 3 times miles for every dollar spent with Alaska or 1 times otherwise, 20% back on in-flight purchases, and some discounts at certain hotels. A first class flight, huge savings on the companion fares, and all those other perks for just $75. Honestly, I'm convincing myself on this card as I write this script. And if you don't live near an Alaska hub, you could consider other airline cards too, like Delta and United, which also offer big sign-up bonuses, free checked bags, and other credits and passes for their respective lounges. You'll usually also get some perks that help you accelerate getting those airlines elite status. The American Express Business Gold Card. Now we're getting to the higher end of business cards to consider, because this card will cost you $295 a year for the annual fee, and for that you'll get an initial welcome bonus of 70,000 Amex points once you spend $10,000 in the first 3 months. But there's been past offers going as high as 130,000 points for the same amount in spend, or even 180,000 points when you spend $20,000 in 6 months. There's been a lot of varying offers, so do some digging to try and get the most points if you decide on this card. Unlike the $100 credit for the hotel collection, there's no other credits to help offset the annual fee. But when it comes to spending, you'll get 4 times points on your top 2 categories, which include airfare from airlines, US advertising in select media, certain technology partners, gas stations, restaurants, and shipping up to a combined $150,000 a year in spend. 4 times Amex points are pretty good, and getting that on 2 categories is pretty awesome. And like with any more premium card, you'll get certain levels of perks like getting baggage insurance, trip delay insurance, extended warranty, and and purchase protection. And one thing that's unique to American Express business cards are the airline point bonuses. Because on this business gold card, you'll get 25% rebate whenever you book flights through their portal on first class, business class, or your select airline, up to 250,000 points back every year. Personally, I still prefer transferring my points to partners and redeeming it that way, but going through their portal, instead of getting 1 cent per point for a certain travel, you'll get an elevated 1.33 cents per point in value, which is not that bad. The shiny American Express Business Platinum card. Now, the Business Gold card was pretty solid, but the Business Platinum really kicks it up a notch, especially with its higher $695 annual fee, which will come with 150,000 points when you spend $15,000 in 3 months. Again, some really high spending targets. Be sure to scope around though, because there's been higher offers offering 170,000 or even 250,000 points if you can hit $30,000 of spend in 6 months. Now for me, that's impossible to hit. But if you're a big business or you're buying lots of inventory, it could be easy for some of you. And when it comes to spending with the card, you'll get 5 times points on flights and prepaid hotels through their portal, 1.5 times on key business categories, 1.5 times on charges over $5,000, with 1 times on everything else. Again, if you're moving big volume or you just spend a lot, these 1.5 times categories could be okay, but remember the American Express Blue Business Plus card offers 2 times points on all of your spend, only with a $50,000 cap. So if you don't reach 50K in spend every year, the Blue Business Plus is the superior card. And what's a platinum card without a coupon book of perks to help offset the cost? On the Business Plat, you'll get $400 of credit to Dell every year, $360 to Indeed, $150 to Adobe, $120 in wireless credit, $200 in airline fee credit, and $189 in clear credit. For a small business with a little bit of tech, it should be pretty easy to hit. Say you get $400 from the Dell credit, $150 for Adobe, $120 for wireless. That's already $670, which is almost the annual fee. Throw in the airline fee credit and you're already in the positive. You'll also want to remember this card when you're traveling too, because you'll get access to over 1,000 lounges around the world, and the Find Hotels and Resorts program giving you a ton of benefits for booking hotels through their portal. And similar to the gold, you'll get an airline points rebate here, except you're getting 35% back, up to 1 million points back a year. That means your points will be worth 1.54 cents per point when redeemed this way. Throw in a bunch of other perks like global entry, Marriott and Hilton gold status, trip insurance, cell phone protection, extended warranty, and purchase protection, and you have a really beefed up card. If it wasn't for that high sign-up bonus target, this card would probably be at the top of my list. With so many cards to choose from, what's your choice? Comment down below with a credit card emoji so I know if you've watched to the end, and then head on over to these videos for some equally awesome non-business cards. See you next time.